guys talk at all, like mid-game, or is it just buckets and that's it?
Buckets. It's just buckets. There was no trash talking. It was just buckets.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, you were on First Take last week, made a comment, said, if I was with Shaq, along the lines, if I was with Shaq, I'd probably have a title. And the point of that is pretty much, well, you think fans probably overestimate titles when they come to talk about legacy, right? Or greatness.
I wouldn't say they overestimate it, but it doesn't tell the full story of guys that didn't complete it.
Yeah.
And to go back to those comments, I never should have said replace. I think replacing Kobe. I don't want to say I'm replacing Kobe. I will stand on playing with Shaq though.
Yeah.
Playing with Shaq. I in that era, and we're talking about we're not talking about an overall career head matchup like my resume, Kobe resumes, my career, Kobe. We're not talking about that. We're only talking about a specific moment in era where in 2000, 2001 to like 2007, 2008 in that time frame. But specifically when I was in Orlando and they were three-peating. Shaq was the most dominant player in our game.
Yeah.
When I'm seeing a guy averaging 38 and 16 in the finals, and I'm over here, I'm averaging 30 as a 21-year-old. Yeah, I believe if I'm playing with that big guy, I can win a championship. And the story is told differently. And the reason I said that is because Shaq, Kobe, Tim Duncan, in that time was the only ones winning championships.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nobody else really was winning championships. These guys winning. Tim Duncan from 1999, to 2007, which was my prime. That's all I saw winning championships. Detroit snuck one in there. Mm-hmm. Again, Shaq with Miami won one. And Dirk win? Dirk won in 2011. So that was pretty much all I saw in my prime years of being me, watching Shaq and Tim Duncan win championships. Bro, everybody know Kobe's my man, bro.
Yeah.
Kobe's my brother, bro. There's no way in hell I will ever disrespect my brother like that. Yes, it came out as me replacing. I never said I was better than Kobe. Never, never. And I would never say that. I'm on the front line. I'm on the front line of advocating for my brother. Always.
Yeah, I think the point you were making is that you can't diminish someone's career or talent because they didn't win a championship, because that's just situation based for the most part, right?
It's always situational, and here's why. My 4 years in Orlando, I was the same age as Michael Jordan when he was getting bounced out of the first round. We're talking about the greatest of all time. Michael Jordan was averaging 30. I was averaging 30. Why was the greatest losing? Was he to blame, or he didn't have the team around him, right? Okay, Kobe and Shaq is winning 3 championships. At this time, I think by the second or third championship, Kobe's probably the best player in the game. Other than Shaq, perimeter player.
Yeah. But
Shaq and Tim Duncan, you could put them up there. I'm saying perimeter player. Bean is probably the best perimeter player in our game. Mm-hmm. Shaq leaves. Bean struggles. The Lakers struggles, right? So you telling me, as great as this guy is, Shaq leaves and he can't get out of the first round now for 3 years? He's great. Mm-hmm. Are we not watching greatness with Kobe losing the first round and not make the playoffs? That's still greatness. So why, when it comes to me, I'm losing in the first round, don't have my best player in the first series that I played against Milwaukee, I don't have him. I lose. Go to the next series, play Charlotte. We play a team that killed us on the glass. P.J. Brown, Eldon Campbell, Jamal McGlure, and one of the top 5 point guards in the league, Baron Davis. We got crushed on the glass, right? I lose that series. Now you could go in every series that myself, you could add Michael Jordan, you could add Kobe Bryant, you could add guys like Paul Pierce, great perimeter players. We all have had games where we didn't shoot the ball well.
Yeah.
But there's other things that we did. So people,
they pick and choose like when it's team versus player, right? It's kind of like what it comes down to, really. Like sometimes they blame the team, or they'll blame the player if they lose, team if they win, or vice versa.
I'm always to blame. I'm always to blame. I've had games and game. So this is what I'm trying to get at. You blame me for not getting out of the first round. Mind you, I go 0-6, right? That's 3 years in Orlando, and that's 3 years in Houston as well. I go 0-6. Now, other stars in my game is losing in the first round. But these guys don't start winning championships and advancing until they're 30. KG won a chip at 31. Paul Pierce won his chip at 30. Ray Allen won his first chip at 31, 32, I think. Mm-hmm. My prime, or I declined before I even touched 30. I declined. I was done. So I only can go off of that small little area or small little time frame of when I was healthy for 7 straight years. And in those 7 straight years, judge me off of my performance, not off of my team, because I didn't have a strong team in Orlando. Yeah. And when, well, you didn't play defense. Let's address the defense, all right? I played against Milwaukee my first year in Orlando. They had Sam Cassell. They had Ray Allen. They had Big Dog Glenn Robinson. They had Tim Thomas, right? I had to guard Big Dog Glenn Robinson in those playoff series. That was my assignment. I averaged 33 in that series. Go look at what Big Dog did. And this, I'm not diminishing or talking shit or anything about Big Dog. I'm just saying I'm identifying the defense that I played in this series against a very good offense player. And if you don't know who Big Dog is, and I'm talking to the audience, you don't know who Big Dog is, at that time, he was one of the most dangerous and best mid-range jump shooters in our game. Mm-hmm. Go look at his stats from regular season and look at his stats in that playoff series. And that I was the primary defender on him. Okay. They say leadership. Oh, you ain't got the leadership. All right. We played Detroit Pistons, bro. They the #1 seed. Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, freaking Cliff Robinson, Ben Wallace, stack.
Scary team.
Stack. Like physical team, well-coached team, because Rick Carlisle was their coach, and we see Rick Carlisle can freaking coach what he did with Indiana, right? So I'm going up against this team that has won, one or two been to the Eastern Conference Finals twice at this time, and then this year they went their 3rd year. I got 2 rookies. Drew Gooden is battling his ass off against Corliss Williamson and Ben Wallace, a rookie, right? In my starting lineup. Mm-hmm. And then I got another rookie, Gordon Giricek, that's trying to check Chauncey Billups and Rip Hamilton. 2 rookies, bro.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup.
It's not, and is that not showing leadership to go into Detroit, lead my team, and have a chance in a game 7? Like, that's not leadership? What? Come on, bro. Don't do that to me now. 2 rookies. And then when you really want to put the icing on it and understand how difficult it was to beat them boys, yeah, we were up 3-1. If you want to blame me for saying, it feels good to be in the second round, if you want to blame me for us losing that series, okay, cool. What's the blame for other guys losing 3-1, other greats? So why do y'all keep bringing that up? There's a lot of greats. The very next year, what took place? What did the Pistons do the very next year? Now, 2003, I take them to 7 games with 2 rookies. What did the Pistons do the very next year? Do you know?
They won it all.
They won it all. Who did they beat?
The Lakers.
How many games?
5.
Come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They made it. They added Rasheed Wallace to that team, but pretty much it was the same team.
Yeah.
I averaged 31 on them. I averaged 30 on them. Yes, I lost.
Mm-hmm.
I lost.
I respect that. Like, no matter how you slice it, like,
come on, man. This is all I'm trying to say. Like, don't point the finger here. And don't like it's a collective thing. Don't point it here. Yeah, I was 7 for 24 in the fourth. I mean, in the game 7. Okay, but what happened in the other previous games? Name me other guys that could go in Detroit and put up 40 back to back in Detroit. Name those guys against that team, that tough ass team. Come on, bro. I was different too. Mm-hmm. Yes, I lost. No Grant Hill, 2 rookies against them all-stars. I put up a fight. That's what we're supposed to do. That's leadership. I put up a fight. We went in there and put up a fight. I had them young boys ready to play, and they played. We just fell short. Mm-hmm. Now we Houston. Everybody talk, well, you had Yao Ming. I did have Yao Ming. Yao Ming was in his 3rd year when we played against Dallas. We were without our 3rd leading scorer, Juwan Howard. So you know what that meant? I got to guard one of the greatest scorers we ever seen, Dirk Nowitzki. 30,000 points, mm-hmm. Dirk Nowitzki. So it goes back to he doesn't play defense. If I told you, and if you could put the numbers up, Dirk Nowitzki wasn't even the best player on that team in that series. Jason Terry was. Dirk Nowitzki, go look at his regular season numbers. Look what Dirk Nowitzki did in that playoff series. So match up the stars. Now you go match up the stars because it's a big time star on this team. This man was incredible. Go look at what he did to some of the other great defenders in the Western Conference at that time in the playoffs. Crazy numbers.
Good.
Crazy. I took upon it myself to try to shut this man down. Go look at his numbers. Can you pull his numbers up? We got time. You got it right now?
Yeah, what do you want to see?
What was Dirk Nowitzki numbers in the 2005 playoff series against the Rockets? And pull my numbers up against that. Because we got to contextualize these series.
05 playoffs, he had 21 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists.
Who had that?
Dirk.
What was his field goal percentage?
35.
Say that again.
35.2%.
What he shot from the 3?
28%.
That's not defense. That's not defense. That's all I'm asking about. So they gotta tell the whole story. Mm-hmm. So their best player, I'm just trying to paint this picture. Their best player shoots 35% from the floor. He averages 21, 28 from 3. This is dirt.
Yeah.
It's 30 points regular season dirt. What did I average in that? 30. Efficient 30. And we lose? Now, before they be like, well, you still lost, I want you to go and see what Tim Donaghy said. My coach in that series has the biggest mind in NBA history.
Really?
Pull up Tim Donaghy, what he said about the 2005 Houston Rockets series.
Said it was fixed? Is that what it is?
Did he say it?
That's what the article's saying, yeah.
Are you reading it?
Mm-hmm.
Who were they targeting?
Yao Ming comments?
Targeting Yao. He was in foul trouble most of that series. This is the referee saying that.
Yeah.
What you want me to do, bro? Because it don't add up. Their best player didn't play the best. Our best player played the best, and we lose by 40 in game 7. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
I know.
What you want me to do? So it's not telling the whole story. Yes, we lost, but contextualize what's really going on. You know what I mean? Like there isn't too many guys from playoff series to playoff series, playoff series, playoff series to average 30 points consistently. I did that consistently, right? So yeah, you could say, well, you still lost. Come on, man. Let's put it in context, bro.
They're always going to say that. The good thing is that everyone that knows the game knows how cold you were. But no matter what people are going to say, they're going to come up with comments anyway.
For sure.
That's how it goes.
I just like to put it out there of what it really is. Like, don't say he didn't play defense or he didn't lead.
Yeah.
Look at it. Look at it. It's right there. All you got to do is look at it.
Yeah.